Crush Crush Sad Panda universe with me. We know that Bonnie Belle loves to cook. She is our Southern Belle from the Crush Crush universe. And I've also got a lovely boy back here. She's trying to feed him. He's got a little on his nose, but it's okay. It's who I call Bunny Boy very lovingly. We know him as Nim from the Blush universe. He snuck us up here onto the amazing and romantic dinner date patio with the candles and the roses. We've got some things here if you look closely. Although you know it's a magic universe in his world, so some of our plates are floating. But we've got some things here you might recognize. So this is Venus Callida, that's who I am, and I'm hosting my first ever in a series of Sand Panda Crush Crush inspired 3-part mini menus. And we're going to play Riddle Me Din Din. And here with Bonnie Belle, she's got some of Karen's cranberry barrettes in her hair. There's a coffee pot over there. We've been buying her and them a lot of coffee in the past few days. I'm holding a green apple in my hand and a little drinky poo we're going to make with that later. And don't worry, Nim, we are not cooking rabbit. I know you've heard some things, but Aika's not here today. This is not a page from Aika's cookbook. This is a page from Bonnie Belle. And we've got some floating dinners. We're going to tell you all about it just a little bit later. But right now, all right, Nim's not keeping any secrets. He's invited us to the famed dinner date romantic balcony, and we are going to reveal, as long as you work, you got to do some work. We want to play with you. And then you get to sample all the goodies that we're going to serve up tonight. And I was so easily inspired once I got the idea in my head just yesterday to use one of my favorite chill down real-time managerial video games that I've actually got at least like 5 or 6 episodes coming up for this. I haven't decided, but I think I've got enough information to do 6 of them, but 5 for sure. This is going to take us right through the summer. And I hope you find this interesting because I'm really excited by it. Don't worry, we'll still have survival recipe blitzes so that those of you who are living out on the land are going to get some practical knowledge as well for surviving out there, because that's what I do. I survived and I want to help you survive better too. Now, all right. For the rest of this summer, we're going to do this. Okay, so I am calling this first episode in this series, Riddle Me Crush Crush Din Din. So easy. Are you ready? Let's go. Round number 1. Riddle me this. What is both a potion and a spirit, captivating with its crystal clarity? Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Riddle number 2. The topic at hand, all spirits entwined. Through this, conversations unwind. What is it? Da-na, 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 ba-na-na-na, pew, 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 pew. If you haven't noticed, I've got hearts on my eyes. Those of you who play Blush, you know why. In riddle number 3, I grow on vines and need to be peeled. My thick skin is green, my flesh is tart, and commonly made into juice. What am I? Do 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 ba da 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 dun 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 dun. Riddle number 4. I'm the epitome of simplicity, a classic sweetness for your morning rituals. What am I? Ba-na-na-na, 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 ba-na. Riddle number 5. I'm a small round fruit, but I'm not a lemon. I get baked in a pie along with cinnamon. What am I? Riddle number 6. What is a spice that's sweet and brown? It's in your dessert when it's rolled or round. La 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 la. I did tell you the water is magic and that blush blush universe. That's why some things are floating, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so let's find out if you were able to solve these riddles. In riddle number 1, what is both a potion and a spirit, captivating with its crystal clarity? Vodka. We'll need 4 ounces. In riddle number 2, the topic at hand, all spirits entwined, through this conversations unwind. What am I? Sour apple liqueur. And we'll need 4 ounces. Riddle number 3, I grow on vines that need to be peeled. My thick skin is green, my flesh is tart, and commonly made into juice. What am I? Lime. We'll need 2 ounces of lime juice, freshly squeezed. In riddle number 4, I'm the epitome of simplicity, a classic sweetness for your morning rituals. What am I? Simple syrup. And we'll need 1 ounce. In riddle number 5, I am a small round fruit, but I'm not a lemon. I get baked in a pie along with cinnamon. What am I? Apples, and we want 2 wheels of Granny Smith apples thickly sliced for this recipe. That's right, the green apples from the Spirit event. We're using them right now. Riddle number 6. What is a spice that's sweet and brown? It's in your dessert when it's rolled or round. We're talking cinnamon, and we need it just for a light dusting as a topper to this beverages. So Venus, you may wish to ask, what does this make? It's a green apple teeny cocktail right here. Yes, it is right here. And it is so simple to put together. Here it is. Okay, let's mix this fancy drink. We're going to fill the cocktail shaker halfway with ice. Add vodka, sour apple liqueur, lime juice, and the simple syrup. Cap shaker and shake for 15 seconds. Shake, shake, shake. Come on and shake, shake, shake. Shake your stuff. Shake your stuff. Anyhow, then you're going to strain and divide between 2 glasses. Now, if you know the Crush Crush world, when they sell their drinks, they sell them in martini-shaped glasses. So if you've got those, use martini glasses. Looks really classy. See? You see that? I have it right there. It looks great. Now you're going to add garnish to the glass. For the garnish, I use 1 thin Granny Smith apple slice, and I float it right on top like a raft. See, it's in my cup there if you look closely. And you can use a variety of other kinds of apples if you want to put them on the side. And also I would put a tiny little sprinkle, a little pinch of cinnamon powder. You could use cinnamon sugar, but cinnamon powder would be a more healthy option. But either one would be great right on top of that apple there. And you're going to want this because the apples and the cinnamon are actually going to pull us through the whole meal, make it all work together. You're going to see. It is awesome. We really thought this through. All right. I'm so excited, and I hope you are too. So while you're whipping up this drink, and then we're going to sip it while we work on the main meal, which is this thing floating here with us, moving along with us. Don't worry, Nim. We did not touch the Tauren in the Blush Blush world. This is not to come from him. He's perfectly fine. All right. Well, if you don't play the game, maybe check it out. It is free on Steam to play. Sand Panda Games, Blush Blush for the boys, Crush Crush for the girls. I mean, if those are who you want to date. I just love the universe because of all the beautiful colors. And, wow, I was so easily inspired by this game. I'm so glad I finally get to use it somehow. In another way, that's all me. Are you sipping this waifu-inspired emerald libation? Let's get ready for the main meal. I'm getting hungry, and you're going to be surprised. This is a unique recipe. I wouldn't have thought to put these things together. But listen, you see that coffee pot? We've been buying a lot of hot coffee for these ladies. It's expensive. $2 billion a pot. Are you kidding me? It's the best coffee beans in the world. You're going to find out right now. That's all you get. I've given away too much. This is super yummy, though. So hang in there because this is really going to be great. And it works. It actually works with our green apple. Teeny. Yes. Round 2. Riddle me this. My name makes me sound cold, but when you bite me, I'm hot, hot, hot. What am I? Do, 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 do. Do 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 bum ba-dum 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 bum. Riddle number 2. I'm often eaten with salsa when I've been cut up and fried. When you get a quesadilla, I am what forms the outside. What am I? Ba-da-na-na, 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 ba-da. Riddle number 3. I'm yellow, but I'm not a rubber duck. I'm sometimes a stick, but I don't grow on trees. I'm a type of dairy product, but I'm not milk. What am I? Do 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 bum ba-dum 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 bum bum bum. We did that together, Bonnie. That looks great. I love the coordination. Riddle number 4. Oh, did I do it? Yes. First of all, you have to slice them. But don't cry because of these things. Cover with batter and fry them. You and I will end up with these types of rings. What am I? Do 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 ba-da-da-da. Pew 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 pew. Don't worry, Bonnie. It only counts if it's a red shirt, not if you have red hair. We're all good. We're all good. Red roses too. Oh, Nim, you shouldn't have. Not so great, bunny boy. Riddle number 5. This is something that grows on trees. It is a fruit that is green, yellow, or red. It said gravity was discovered when one of them fell on Newton's head. What am I? Riddle number 6. I repel vampires. Blah blah. What am I? Do 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 bum 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 ba-ding. Riddle number 7. I lay eggs and I say bak bak baka. What am I? Da na 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 na. La 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 da na 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 ba na 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 na. Riddle number 8. I am a thick white liquid and you can whip me. I won't complain. What am I? Dirty minds, get that out of my kitchen. Na 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 bunk 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 ba na 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 ba na 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 la 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 bum bum bum. All right, riddle number 9. I'm something that adds flavor. I'm white and very small. I could come after sea and rock, Epsom, bath, and table. What am I? Do 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 bum 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 bum. Riddle number 10. This is a big one. I'm what caramelizes to perfection on your creme brulee. What am I? Ba-na-na-na, 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 ba-na. Riddle number 11. Although I'm not magic, I am a type of bean. I'm something you can drink that has lots of caffeine. Do 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 ba na na na. Riddle number 12. I'm a dark powder you can mix with hot water to have a tasty drink. What am I? Do 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 do do ba da da do ba da da do da 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 da. Riddle number 13. I'm bark-like, but not from a tree, and not from a dog. Sprinkle me on toast, and you'll agree. What am I? Certainly not a frog. Do 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 do. Riddle number 14. When I was alive, I said moo, but now I'm on your grill. You can have your fill. What am I? Moo moo could chew, Msoul. Moo moo could chew. Moo moo moo. Riddle number 15. I'm white, but I'm not milk. I'm small, but I'm not snow. I come as a grain, but I'm not rice. What am I? Do 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 do. I think we just shimmered. My goodness. Riddle number 16. She's Popeye's girlfriend. Who is she? Better practice that one next time. Riddle number 17. Smurfs live in me. What am I? Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Riddle number 18. I'm a leaf. The first half of my name sounds like H2O. What could I be? Do 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 la 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 do 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 bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum bum. Moo. All right, Msoul. Let's find out how many of these foodie riddles you were able to solve. In the first riddle, my name makes me sound cold, but when you bite me, I'm hot, hot, hot. What am I? It's chilies, and we need 2 dried pasilla chilies for this recipe. In riddle number 2, I'm often eaten with salsa when I've been cut up and fried. When you get a quesadilla, I'm what forms the outside. What am I? Tortilla. We need a 16-inch white corn tortilla shell for this recipe. In riddle number 3, I'm yellow, but I'm not a rubber duck. I'm sometimes a stick, but I don't grow on trees. I'm a type of dairy product, but I'm not milk. What am I? Butter. We need 3 tablespoons unsalted butter for this recipe. Yes. Riddle number 4. First of all, you have to slice them. Don't cry because of these things. Cover with batter and fry them, and you and I will end up with these kind of rings. What am I? Onion. We're going to need 1.5 cups of chopped white onions for this recipe. Riddle number 5. This is something that grows on a tree. It is a fruit that is green, yellow, or red. It's said gravity was discovered when one of these fell on Newton's head. What am I? Apple. You have green apples, but you could use a yellow for this one if you wanted. You'll need 1 cup of chopped yellow apples for this recipe. In riddle number 6, I repel vampires. What am I? Blah, blah. Cloves of garlic, and we need 4 large cloves of garlic for this recipe. Riddle number 7, I lay eggs and say, buck, 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 ah. What am I? Chicken. And we're going to need... dun, 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 dun. We need 2.5 cups of chicken stock for this recipe. See, there's a liquid around that. Riddle number 8. I'm a thick white liquid and you can whip me. I won't complain. We know someone like that, don't we? But hey, heads out of the gutter. We're in the kitchen here. We need a 1/4 cup heavy cream for this recipe. Yes, we do. Riddle number 9. I'm something that adds flavor. I'm white and very small. I come after sea and rock, Epsom, bath, and table. What am I? Salt, sea salt, rock salt, Epsom salt, bath salt, table salt. We need salt. You can go for kosher too if you wanted for this recipe. Just a pinch will do it. Add to taste. In riddle number 10, I'm what caramelizes to perfection on your creme brulee. What am I? Light brown sugar, and we need 1 teaspoon. Riddle number 11. Although I'm not magic, I am a type of bean. I'm something you can drink that has lots of caffeine. In that pot right there coming from Crush Crush Girls. Got those pots going for 2 billion. Oh my goodness. What am I? It has lots of caffeine. Well, in this case, what we're talking about are the coffee beans. So we're suggesting 3 tablespoons of medium roast coffee beans, finely ground, for this recipe. Yes, yum. Riddle number 12. I'm a dark powder you can mix with hot water to have a tasty drink, especially around December or January when it's really cold out. What am I? Cocoa powder. We'll need 1 tablespoon. Riddle number 13. I'm bark-like, but not from a tree, not from a dog. Sprinkle me on toast and you'll agree. Certainly not a frog. What am I? Ground cinnamon. And we'll need, about a half teaspoon ground cinnamon for this recipe. Riddle number 14. When I was alive, I said moo. But now I'm on your grill and you can have your fill. What am I? We're talking beef tenderloin roast. Yes! We need a 12-pound beef tenderloin roast, cut from the large end, trimmed and tied at 1/2 inch intervals with kitchen twine. Riddle number 15. I'm white, but I'm not milk. I'm small, but I'm not snow. I come as a green, but I'm not rice. What am I? We're talking salt. Again, you could make it kosher salt. And black pepper, seasoned to taste. In riddle number 16, she's Popeye's girlfriend. Who is she? Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. It's olive oil. Oh, we're going to need 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil for this recipe. Riddle number 17. Smurfs live in me. What am I? We're talking mushrooms, but we want shiitake mushrooms. We'll need 3/4 pound shiitake mushrooms. We're going to stem them and quarter them. In riddle number 18, I'm a leaf. And the first half of my name sounds like H2O. What's H2O? Water. So what am I? It's sprigs of watercress for this recipe. It's a big one, but you can go back and replay this episode as many times as you need. Yeah. Okay, look at this dish over here. The one floating around, moving around with me in that beautiful white dish with the liquid all around it. That, if you ask me, did you ask me? So Venus, what does this make? This is a coffee cocoa powder infused beef sirloin roasted in a beautiful, beautiful broth. From the Crush Crush word, what are we going to call it? You know what? I erased the name. But basically, it's coffee infused beef tenderloin in a broth. It's really lovely. So let me tell you how to make it. First, you're going to seed, stem, and cut the chilies into pieces. Tear the tortilla into pieces and set them both aside. In a saucepan, you're going to melt 1 tablespoon of the butter over medium-high heat. Then you're going to add in the onions, the apples, and the garlic and saute them until it's translucent, about 3 minutes. Trust me, the apples aren't going to give their flavor to the food. They're going to actually melt down into the liquid broth, and they will take on the flavor and the scent of the other foods around it, like the garlic and the onions. So it's going to be really nice, but extra nutritious. Also makes it work with our green apple martini we're sipping while we're doing all this. Okay, now you're going to add the chilies and the tortilla and cook over medium-low heat, stirring until it's softened. You're going to pour in the stock and bring it to a boil. And as soon as it starts to boil, simmer it, lower it to simmer it, partly covered for 10 minutes. Now, while this is going on, in a blender, puree the hot mixture until it's smooth. The more you puree it, the silkier it will get. Pour through a fine sieve. I use like a pasta strainer, to be honest with you, and set it over a saucepan, pressing on the solids to push them through. Discard any of the solids that stayed behind. Whisk in the cream, 1 teaspoon of the salt and the brown sugar equally. Now you're going to season this to taste with that salt and pepper as you like. Next, you're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. In a bowl, whisk together the coffee, cocoa powder, and the cinnamon powder. Pat the beef dry and rub it with 2 teaspoons of the salt, 1 teaspoon of the pepper. Then you're going to rub it with olive oil. Sprinkle the coffee mixture over a sheet of wax paper and coat the beef in it. Place the beef on a rack set in a roasting pan. Let it stand at room temperature for a half an hour. Next, you're going to roast the beef for 10 minutes. Then lower the temperature to 250 degrees and cook for an hour or more. I'll check it at an hour. You want the meat to reach 130 degrees. So if you've got a meat thermometer, stick it in there, get it in there, good. Bring the broth to a boil and simmer until it's just thick enough to coat the back of a spoon. So when you put the spoon in and pull it up, it's like not just falling off right away, it's kind of oozing down. Then you're going to cover and keep this warm. Step number 5, you're going to need a large skillet. Melt the remaining butter over medium-high heat. Add the mushrooms and saute them until they're golden. Season them with the salt and pepper as well to taste. I personally won't do a lot of salt, so just be careful with that if you have any high blood pressure or anything like that. And step number 6, but I would use the pepper, yeah. Remove the twine and cut the beef into 1/2-inch thick slices. You're going to spoon just enough broth over to cover the bottoms of 4 to 6 shallow, wide soup bowls. Add 2 to 3 slices of the beef in each bowl. Spoon over more of the broth over the beef if desired and top with the mushrooms and the thin slices of the apple. Take the peel off first because some people might not like the texture. I'd put the apples and then the mushrooms on top and the watercress. Then I might do like the salt, pepper, cinnamon, little sprinkles on top, just sparingly. Give it a bit of punch in it. Look how beautiful it is. It's just yummy. It's just, I'll lean this way. You're going to look up real close. It's really super yummy. Smells amazing. And it works with our drink because the apples and the cinnamon will pull it through together very nicely. All right. I'm in love with this menu, let me tell you. And we have our drink and we have our main. Did you believe we got such a good meal chosen based on the inspirations from the foods available in the Crush Crush universe? These girls eat well, Bonnie Bell. You must do a great job cooking with all these ingredients. Anyways. What could possibly chase this delectable duo? What will be our dessert? Find out right now. You already know what some of our main ingredients are. Riddle me this. You'll eat this fruit with turkey to help fill up your belly. It sometimes comes as a sauce and sometimes it's a jelly. What am I? Do 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 ba na 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 na. La 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 la. Riddle number 2. This is a type of fruit on which you can dine. To get another fruit, put it after pine. What am I? From the Crush Crush world, it's in my hand. La 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 la. Bum bum. La 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 la. Dum bum. La 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 la. How you doing, Nim? Oh, Bonnie, I don't think he wants to eat. He just wants to smile and look at us. He likes that angle, I guess. Anyways, riddle number 2. This is a type of fruit on which, we said it. Riddle number 3. I'm the tiny granules that make your cookies sweet. What am I? Do 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 la 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 da dum dum. Riddle number 4. You might sometimes see this color on the feathers of a parrot. It is the name of a fruit and the same color as a carrot. What am I? Banana, 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 banana. Season number 2 for that show actually coming soon. Anyways, here we go. I digress. Riddle number 5. Violet, red, blue, and green. Yellow and indigo. What's the other color to be seen in a rainbow? Do 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 do. Pew 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 pew. They always miss us. Riddle number 6. What spice is a tree's inner skin, adding flavor, making dishes win? What am I? Bum, 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 Riddle number 7. I'm sometimes decorated using paint or the pen. I can be eaten scrambled, and I get laid by hen. What am I? Do 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 do. Do 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 ba da 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 bum 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 bum. Riddle number 8. I'm what ants march for and kids crave. What am I? We're almost there, halfway done. Riddle number 9. I can sometimes be a stick, but I don't come from a tree. I can be spread on your toast. I'm a product that's dairy. What am I? Dun 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 dun. Hey banana. Riddle number 10. I'm hand-picked from orchid beans and made into a dark, sweet liquid. What am I? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum ba-dum 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 bum. Riddle number 11. I come from an angry cow. What am I? Moo moo ka-choo. Moo moo. Moo moo ka-choo. Moo 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 moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo moo ka-choo. I'm sorry, I had to do something different. Riddle number 12. I was a grass, sown, grown, and harvested, put through a quern, and now I'm a powder in your baking pantry. What could I be? Do 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 do. Wow. Riddle number 13. This comes as a small grain, but it's not sugar or sand. It's often used when cooking so that food doesn't taste so bland. What am I? Woo do 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 ba da 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 bum ba da 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 ba da da ba da da. Woo. All right, Msoul. Oh, for the main meal. Oh, the dessert to follow it all. Inspired by the apple in my hand and the cranberries in Bonnie Belle's hair. Thank you for that loan, Karen. Let's find out how many of these riddles you were able to solve. In the first riddle, you'll eat this fruit with turkey to help fill up your belly. It sometimes comes as a sauce and sometimes it's a jelly. What am I? Cranberries. 12 ounces of fresh cranberries, rinsed and picked over for stems, are needed. In riddle number 2, this is a type of fruit on which you can dine. To get another fruit, put it after pine. What is it? Apple. We'll need 1 Granny Smith apple, peeled, cored, and diced. Now, if you use a green apple in the apple martini and you use a yellow apple with the beef dish, then I would suggest using 1 each of these apples and combine them together. It's okay to have more apples. Add more apples. It'll be really nice. I promise. All right. Riddle number 3. I'm the tiny granules that make your cookies sweet. What am I? We're talking light brown sugar. We'll need a 1/2 cup, lightly packed for this recipe. In riddle number 4, you might sometimes see this color on the feathers of a parrot. It is the name of a fruit and the same color as a carrot. What is it? Orange, and you're going to need 1 tablespoon of grated orange zest. So you'll probably need 2 oranges for this, and the zest is like take a little cheese grater and just rub off the pieces of the orange color of the peel on the outside of the orange, that's your zest. It really smells great and tastes really great when you're baking with it. All right, now, in riddle number 5, violet, red, blue, and green, yellow, and indigo, what's the other color to be seen in a rainbow? It's orange, and in this case, we need a 1/4 cup freshly squeezed orange juice for this recipe. I use pulp. You may not want to. I like it. Don't have to. It's up to you. It's your kitchen. Have fun with it. Riddle number 6, what spice is a tree's inner skin? Adding flavor, making dishes win. It's cinnamon, and we're going to need 1 1/8 teaspoons of ground cinnamon divided up. Now, riddle number 7. I'm sometimes decorated using paint or with a pen, and I can be eaten scrambled. I get laid by a hen. What am I? Eggs. We'll need 2 extra large eggs and keep them out at room temperature. Riddle number 8. I'm what ants go marching for, and kids crave me. What am I? We're talking sugar. And you're going to need 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon granulated sugar for this recipe. And riddle number 9. I can sometimes be a stick, but I don't come from a tree. I can be spread on your toast. I am a product that's dairy. What am I? We're talking butter. We need a 1/4 pound, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter, melted and slightly cooled. And riddle number 10. I'm hand-picked from orchid beans and made into a dark, sweet liquid. What am I? Vanilla extract. And we need 1 teaspoon, ideally of the pure vanilla extract, but as you like. I know it's expensive. The other stuff works just as well. Riddle number 11. I come from an angry cow. What am I? Sour cream. Ha ha, dad joke. A 1/4 cup of sour cream is needed for this recipe. And riddle number 12. I was a grass sown, grown, and harvested, put through a quern, and am now a powder in your baking pantry. What am I? All-purpose flour. We'll need 1 cup. A quern is that big stone that used to be moved by the water mill in a grist mill to make your flour. All right. Riddle number 13. This thing comes as a small grain, but it's not sugar or sand. It's often used when cooking so that food doesn't taste so bland. What am I? Kosher salt. We'll need a 1/4 teaspoon for this recipe. So Venus, you might query, what does this make? It's cranberry apple cake. Working with our martini here, working with our beef dish. Oh, so interesting, these flavors. I'm thinking of my friends. If you guys remember me ever doing a collab and we were talking to someone named Moon. Moon comes from the Caribbean and she uses cinnamon in her tomato sauces when she's doing like Italian food. She does infusions. So don't be afraid to put cinnamon here on the beef. It works with coffee. So does cocoa powder work with coffee. Cinnamon's in our appletini here. It's going to be in our dessert. It's in our beef. It's going to really work. This is a really well infused blended recipe set of choices, which I'm in love with. And I can't wait to eat it, especially the beef dish. Really, I'm not afraid at all. I'm loving everything here. And so if you look up at the top, at the top corner, the one that's not floating around, that is the dessert. And you just pour yourself another green appletini and enjoy the flavors, the aromas, the wonder that's coming out of your kitchens to satisfy all your senses and fill your tummy with good things. Nim, he's so full, he can't eat another bite. We've been trying to feed him, right, Bonnie Bell? Well, anyways, I hope you had fun playing with us this evening. I know I did. Dr. Frederick! Yes! You're here right at the bitter end. But this meal is not bitter at all. It's very savory. It's very spicy. It's very yummy. And I hope you do adventure into this. We're going to have 5 or 6 weeks of Riddle Me Din Din inspired by the Sand Panda Crush Crush and Blush Blush universes. I'm really proud of this menu that I made inspired by just the food recipe pieces, the pot of coffee, the cranberry barrettes, the green apples from the Crush Crush Spirit event, which we're gonna go offline, and we're gonna come back in and check in on that because we only have a few hours left trying to get Karen. But you know what? I'm glad Nim was here with me. I'm glad Bonnie Bell you came to help, and I hope you all had a lot of fun with my recipe today. That's all right. Eat this in any order. This appletini goes with both the main and the dessert. Listen, Dr. Frederick, if you want to chat, I'm going to head out right now because this is the end of Riddle Me Din Din Crush Crush, Riddle Me Crush Crush Din Din, whichever way you want to put it. But I will be in 5 minutes coming right back online because I do want to separate this episode from chasing Karen. We're going to chase her in the next episode. I'm coming back in. So if you're around, okay. All right, I'm going offline right now. This is the end of our show, but I will come back in gamer mode and give me 5 minutes.